Idaho's News Channel 7. This is the News at 10.
Thanks for joining us here on the News at 10. I'm Joe Paris, filling in for Morgan and Brian tonight. Tomorrow, the house where 4 University of Idaho students were brutally stabbed last November. The house itself will be demolished. And our Brenda Rodriguez joins us live this evening from Moscow, Idaho at the latest. Good evening, Brenda. What's the latest there?
Yeah, well, Joe, we're just a couple hours away from the end of that reminder that this house left on many University of Idaho students and community members when the 4 University of Idaho students were killed over a year ago. And now the university has scheduled the demolition to start at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It is supposed to last about 6 to 8 hours, that is, just to see how far the crews can get done in that day. And this is going to lead into multiple days leading into the new year. But as you can see here, you're starting to see the place be blocked off. And one of the things that is new this time around is this sign here where they're advising the residents here nearby to not park on this pretty busy road here. This is going to take effect at 5 a.m. We're going to be here live covering this on Wake Up Idaho. But this again is going to be enforced starting at 5 o'clock. You can start to see that this is already starting to be blocked off, and we're going to show you a little bit more of what we saw when we first got here this afternoon at around like 2:30. You're going to see that here on your screen in just a second. But as a reminder, both sides had final access to the house earlier this month. U of I's Executive Director of Communications, Jody Walker, says the University of Idaho made the decision after receiving a response in writing from the prosecutor saying that there was, quote, no further need for the house. And since it is a winter break for students, Walker says that it's the best time to tear down the house while students are away.
It is a daily reminder, and it's really hard to move forward and for our students to heal and continue that process if they're faced with that every single day. You can see it from campus, you can see it within that housing area. And so the conversations, the support for it here on campus have been very much in favor of taking that house down. They're ready for the house to come down.
But not everyone is ready for the house to be demolished. The defense and the families of 3 of the victims have expressed their preference to preserve the house until after the trial has ended for primary suspect Brian Kohberger. The Gonzalez family are urging the prosecutor's office and university to stop the demolition, saying, quote, when victims can't speak, you have to speak for them when you feel someone is hurting the case, end quote. And the family is hoping a trial date can soon be scheduled. As we reported last week, though, the state of Idaho is requesting the trial of Brian Kohberger be scheduled for next summer and last 6 weeks. But again, nothing is set. And again, the demolition is scheduled really to start at 7 a.m., last about 6 to 8 hours, and then last for a couple of days after that. But Joe, as far as what's going to happen to this plot of land after the house has been demolished, the Walker says that they hope to plot some grass there until they can figure out what to do with the land. And for now, Walker says that her main focus, the university's focus, and also the students, their focus on that healing memorial garden that we've been talking about, to honor the victims, Zaina, Ethan, Maddie, and Kelley. Back to you, Joe.
All right, Brenda Rodriguez reporting live tonight in Moscow, Idaho. Of course, we'll be following Brenda's report throughout the day tomorrow, as again, that house is set to be demolished. Brenda, thank you so much.
As we reported last week, though, the state of Idaho is requesting the trial of Brian Kohberger be scheduled for next summer and last week, though, the state of Idaho is requesting the trial of Brian Kohberger be scheduled for next summer and last 6 weeks. But again, nothing is set. And
what are you seeing?
Yeah, Nicole, well, what we're looking at right now is that home that has been halfway demolished at this point. Take a closer look. I'll just step out of the way because we're about 30 minutes into what this process has been like here to remove this King Road house. You can see there's a crane emptying the debris into a dump truck right now, and the process started about 30 minutes early, so it looks like it may go on for another 30 or so minutes as they continue to get all of this taken care of. And according to university officials, they say this was the proper time to remove this home because it is a necessary step in terms of community healing. They also told us the process should take about 30 minutes or so, but it could take several days to clear the site completely. As for what prompted this decision to remove the house to date, university officials say tearing down the property is being done to decrease further impact on the current student population and for the students living here in the neighborhood, as the students are currently on winter break. And we also want to note that the house was given to the university earlier this year. Some family members of the victims have asked to leave the house until the trial. Others have said they're okay with the demolition. Neither the prosecution or the defense asked for the house to be retained, but back in October, the FBI accessed the property to gather additional data. The scanning they did during that period will allow them to create visual aids that could be used in the trial. And again, I just want to emphasize again that you can kind of feel some type of energy in this air over here this morning, and we know there's been a lot of deep and hard emotions that have been processed over the last year as we remember those students who lost their lives here at this home that is now demolished. But for right now, live in Moscow, Brandon T. Jones, KRIM 2 News.
So Brandon, before you go real quick, earlier in one of your live shots, I saw a couple other people standing around. Can you just explain how many people are around, what's going on besides, of course, the house actually being demolished?
Well, yeah, before that, you can see this dump truck right here is taking out some of those debris. But yeah, people are around, but a lot of them are security officials with the University of Idaho. A lot of Moscow Police Department crews hanging around over here this morning, and just a lot of people who are working this particular situation, just trying to keep media crews off to the side, make sure anyone, if they are bystanders, don't walk in the middle of the road and things of that nature, Nicole.
Thank you, Brandon. The University of Idaho, of course, making that decision to demolish the house during winter break to avoid
spending money on expensive homes
on campus there while they did that.
Justice for these kids and leave the home up to possible further help. And there it is.
That's it.
So we have Peter home as we go back here to the other camera angle. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's gone.
Yeah. I'm going to bounce out and add another feed. Ali, I saw your 20 gifts. I'm sorry, I'm super distracted this morning. I will recognize that in a minute. I just want to get these feeds going for everybody. Let me just bounce out.
This is all about justice.
I'm going to grab another feed.
Justice for these kids and leave the home up to possible further help. And there it is.
That's it.
Hey everyone, this is such a sad day. I know, I can't believe they actually did this. It just boggles my mind that they actually went through with this, with everything out there and all the reasons why not to do this. The families, for one, everything. There's no reason this should have happened. And I don't understand it, except for the fact that this is some corrupt stuff going down, and oh my gosh, it's so hard to fathom that this can happen in this day and age. And I guess I'm just a naive one, and I guess maybe I do have rose-colored glasses on, I don't know, but this is just very sad, and I'm so sorry to the families, so sorry to the victims, Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan. I'm so very sorry. This house should have been standing for this trial, should have been standing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It should be standing. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I have no words. I mean, really, oh God, it looks so huge in there, doesn't it? It looks like this huge empty piece of nothing. I'm so sorry. I really, really am. Oh, sorry.
Terrible thing in November of 2022.
I don't think this feed is running.
And we just hope that we all get answers, and that the answers weren't just destroyed in front of us, or at least the chances of us getting the answer that we all want so badly wasn't just destroyed in front of us. All right, we spotlight your comments, your questions as we continue to listen in here, and feel free to throw hashtag KJB in the comment section, and that way it populates here on my screen in the stream center. Let's bring those comments back up. What's really just curious as to how everyone's feeling, just kind of your reactions now that the house has been demolished, and really this is now a cleanup going forward. Really curious how everyone is feeling.
That feed is live.
So
Okay.
let's
The
go
Chicago
to the most
feed is live.
recent comments. Betty Nelson, hashtag KJB, who owns it? The university owns it, and the university decided to proceed with demolition.
Landing.
Saying that it was about healing. I'd be really curious to know sampling of Idaho students.
It's like they have maybe a drone.
Let's say that you were a
That
freshman
Chicago feed
last year and you knew that you were going to spend the next few years of your life here in Moscow, Idaho, attending the University of Idaho. How would you feel on a day like today? Did you, if this was going to be your life for the next 4 years as you pursued your education and on your way to the rest of your life, how would you feel today? Is it more relief that you don't have to look at this house all the time and know that the shadow that it's casting looms over campus? Or are you upset with university leadership because you felt like it was an obstacle in the pursuit of justice, or this is now an obstacle in the pursuit of justice? I'd be really curious to know just a sampling of how they feel. And that's what's going to happen. Nancy, undoubtedly, Nancy Liu at News Nation, other reporters.
Oh, they had
little smaller things. I don't know what they're called, but like a cat, what's the thing Barry Morphew drove?
Sorry, nice squeeze right.
Yep, Wayne did it right. There's a lot of people that spread misinformation for clicks and views, and I'm not saying you're doing that, Wolf, but the way you keep going on, it's making me wonder. So I've already told you I don't promote anything that's not factual that I haven't heard myself. A bobcat, yes. Why don't they have bobcats in there? Like they just have this scoop. Will that come later when they start doing the grading and stuff? You want to talk about Ginky? You want me to? What do you want me to say about the Ginky? Oh, okay. So she wants me to tell you that she has a stinky ginky. That's this. You've had this since you were born, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is it your favorite blankie? You got to say yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. The stinky ginky.
No.
Say you're watching the house demolition on J is for Justice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The stinky ginky.
We got some money.
Stank. That's her favorite Christmas song is The Grinch.
It goes over here.
Yammy is for Justice. I did. Kendi said Yammy is for Justice. Say it. Say Yammy is for Justice.
Yammy for Justice.
It is Texas. Stink, stalk. Pickle wants to know, do you know the plans for the land after? I think they're just going to have it be blank. I think they're just going to have grass there, guys. I don't know if the university has any plans for it. But do you think that even if it's just grass, I think people will still want to go there on the grounds? What do you think? You think they're going to put apartments, student housing? All right, we're going to do another poll. Do you think Can you tell a story?
Hang on, excuse me.
Okay, go see what she's barking at. Do you think the demo is premature? That's our next question. Oh, the tunnels. They should do a memorial like 4 beautiful blossom trees or something similar. That would be really nice. Put 4 trees. But I heard they're going to put a memorial on the UI campus versus on this property. A dog park would be a nice idea. I don't know if they're going to do anything like that. I don't think they want to. Welcome back, Mike. No, they're putting a healing garden in the university on campus. So
sleeping. He is going to wake up and just be dumbfounded. But where are they going with is that a real count? I'm gonna have to call in. Don't worry, the speaker is gone. No more music's gonna be playing from his house. He is nobody that I know, but he is clad in black. Such a sad day. Thank you for continuing to cover this case. Land of Justice Bill, yes. It's all about justice. There's I think that's Creme 2's there, CNN's there, WFLA's there, and Truth and Transparency's there. That's who's there. And then we have a drone. So hopefully that drone shows Joyce's good side because she's just looking so fly. The real MVP, Joyce. I gave her the name Joyce Johnson so I can call her JJ.
Working for Mama? Okay.
I know Chronicles Olivia is there as well. I have no idea where anybody is located though, because we only have all eyes on the prize, which is this house. I see no workers wearing masks. Yes, wasn't this toss? Yes. We're gonna. Oh, there they come. There they come. Now we got some more officers. Uh-oh. What's she asking? What does she want to know? They don't know anything. They're not in charge. Truth is in the rabbit hole. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Welcome to the transparency. Support local, guys, right here. We are literally shaking hands with CNN and WFLA when they went ahead and got these spots. I was adamant that we got a spot. You know, this is not where we were supposed to be filming. This is not the staging area. We were obeying the rules, and then we decided to follow the rule breakers. I got it on 60.